Welcome to Timeless Memories. I'm Sarah. This channel is a special place where we honour remarkable lives that continue to be remembered with love and admiration. Here we reflect on unforgettable figures from film, music, television and culture, celebrating their journey, their impact and the legacy they left behind. Every tribute we share keeps their memory alive and forever meaningful. Patrick Muldoon, widely known for his work in 1990s television, has passed away at the age of 57. He became a familiar face to audiences through his roles in popular series such as Melrose Place and Days of Our Lives, where he established himself as a prominent presence in both daytime and primetime drama. His performances during this period earned him a loyal following and made him a recognisable figure in television of that era. Film work and continued activity beyond television, Muldoon also appeared in films, including the cult sci-fi feature Starship Troopers. Over the years, he remained active in the entertainment industry, taking part in various acting and production projects. He continued to work on upcoming films and creative ventures, reflecting his ongoing involvement in both performance and behind-the-scenes development. Legacy and Remembrance Muldoon is remembered for his versatility and steady presence across television and film. Colleagues often described him as energetic and engaged in his work with a strong commitment to his craft. His passing marks the loss of a recognisable figure from a defining era of entertainment, and his body of work continues to be remembered by audiences who followed his career over the decades. Ella Simone Scott was born and raised in Detroit, where food played an important role in family life. Growing up, she saw cooking as a way to bring people together, building comfort and connection around the table. That early environment stayed with her and later shaped her creative and professional path. Career journey in food and media. Before entering the culinary world, Elle worked as a social worker, focusing on helping others and supporting communities. She eventually followed her passion for food, training at a culinary institution in New York, and moving into food styling for television and major productions. Her work behind the scenes helped shape how food was presented on screen, blending creativity with precision. In 2016, she joined the cast of America's Test Kitchen, becoming the first Black woman in that role. Her teaching style was approachable and encouraging, helping home cooks feel more confident and connected to their own kitchens. Advocacy and legacy beyond television, Elle founded She Chef, a supportive community aimed at uplifting women of colour in the culinary industry. She also mentored and encouraged others throughout her career, using her platform to inspire growth and inclusion. She passed away at the age of 49, leaving behind a legacy built on creativity, mentorship, and meaningful impact in the culinary world. Dick Barnett was born on October 2, 1936, and became known as a distinctive and intelligent presence in American basketball. From early on, his game stood out not just for skill, but for personality. His unusual shooting form became his trademark, something initially questioned, but later respected as a symbol of confidence and individuality, rather than convention. NB, A career and championship years. Barnett is most closely associated with the New York Knicks, where he played a key role during one of the franchise's most successful eras. As part of the Knicks teams that won championships in the early 1970s, he contributed steady scoring, veteran leadership, and composure in high-pressure moments. Those championship squads helped define a golden period in the National Basketball Association, and Barnett's role was an important part of that success. Character and life beyond basketball. Off the court, Barnett was respected for his intelligence and commitment to education. He valued personal growth and pursued academic achievements alongside his athletic career, showing that his identity extended well beyond basketball. Teammates and fans often remembered him for his calm demeanour and thoughtful nature. Legacy Dick Barnett passed away at the age of 88. He is remembered not only for his accomplishments on the court, but for the individuality and purpose he brought to the game. His legacy lives on as part of Knicks history and the broader story of basketball's evolution. Chester Bennington, born 50 years ago this week, became one of the most recognisable voices in modern rock. As the lead singer of Linkin Park, he brought an emotional intensity to music that connected deeply with listeners around the world. His performances often balanced raw energy with vulnerability, making his voice instantly distinctive. Music that carried real emotion, songs like One Step Closer and In the End captured feelings of frustration, pain and reflection. Bennington's delivery made these emotions feel immediate and real, allowing fans to connect with the music on a deeply personal level. His ability to shift between quiet moments and powerful outbursts became a defining part of the band's sound. Struggles behind the music. While he achieved global success, Bennington also faced personal challenges throughout his life. His openness in expressing emotional struggle through music helped many listeners feel seen and understood. For many fans, his voice became a source of comfort during difficult times. A lasting legacy. Chester Bennington passed away at the age of 41, but his influence continues through his music and the impact he had on millions of listeners. His songs remain widely listened to today, carrying forward a legacy of honesty, emotion, and connection that continues to resonate across generations. Andre Rieu is not just a violinist, he is a feeling that millions have experienced without even realizing it. Through his music, he transformed something once considered formal and distant into something deeply emotional and alive. Waltzes like the Blue Danube no longer belonged only to grand concert halls. They became shared moments of joy in massive stadiums where strangers laughed, cried, and moved together. Born in Maastricht, his journey from a disciplined household to becoming the global king of waltz was anything but simple. At 76, however, his story has entered a more delicate phase, one that has made fans around the world pause and reflect. Before going further, take a moment to appreciate what his music has meant to you. For many, his melodies have not just entertained, they have healed, connected, and brought light into quiet, personal moments. A childhood shaped by silence and discipline. Behind the warmth of Andre's performances lies a childhood that felt far from joyful. Growing up in a strict household, affection was rarely expressed openly. His father, a respected conductor, brought authority home, while his mother demanded perfection in every detail of his life. The home felt more like a training ground than a place of comfort. Praise was rare and imagination often went unnoticed. Andre later spoke about this time with honesty, saying that love felt distant rather than present. Yet, within that environment, he developed a deep understanding of discipline and dedication. What he lacked emotionally, he unknowingly began to search for through music. Even as a child, he sensed that applause could fill a room, but it could not replace genuine connection. That quiet emotional gap would later become the very reason his music touches people so deeply today. The first spark of emotion through music. At just 5 years old, something changed. Andre met a young violin teacher whose playing carried a warmth he had never experienced before. It wasn't about admiration for the person, it was about what the music made him feel. For the first time, sound felt alive, almost like a language speaking directly to him. While other children practiced mechanically, Andre began to explore the emotional side of music instinctively. The violin became more than an instrument, it became a place where he could feel without fear of judgment. This moment marked the beginning of his lifelong connection with music as a source of freedom. It was no longer just about technique or discipline. It became a personal escape, a quiet space where emotions could finally exist. That early realization would later define his entire approach to performing. Choosing passion. Over expectations, as Andre grew older, his musical preferences began to differ from his father's expectations. He was drawn to waltzes, melodies that made people smile, dance, and feel joy. But in his father's eyes, this type of music lacked seriousness. The disagreement was not loud, but it was powerful enough to create distance. Eventually, Andre faced a choice between following expectations or following his own passion. When he introduced his future wife, Marjorie, to his family, the response made things clear. Acceptance would not come easily. That moment quietly marked the end of his connection with the life he had known. Choosing love and independence, he stepped away from his family's influence. It was not an easy decision, but it allowed him to begin building a life that truly reflected who he was becoming. Starting small, dreaming big. The late 1970s were a turning point. Andre left traditional orchestras and created his own small group, performing wherever opportunities appeared: community halls, weddings, and small gatherings. The journey was uncertain and success was far from guaranteed. But in those humble beginnings, he discovered something he had never fully experienced before: freedom. His wife Marjorie played a crucial role during this time. She believed in his vision when others doubted it and helped turn his ideas into reality. Together, they built something from almost nothing. It wasn't about fame at that stage. It was about creating music that people could truly feel. These early struggles laid the foundation for everything that followed, proving that passion and persistence can shape even the most unlikely paths. A new vision for classical music. In 1987, Andre took a bold step by forming the Johann Strauss Orchestra. His goal was simple but unconventional: make classical music accessible and enjoyable for everyone. At a time when the genre was often seen as formal and distant, his approach felt different. Performances were lively, colourful, and full of emotion. Audiences didn't just listen, they participated. They laughed, clapped, and sometimes even sang along. Critics were unsure how to respond, but audiences instantly connected. Andre believed that music should not feel distant or intimidating. Instead, it should bring people together. This idea became the core of his identity as an artist. Over time, it transformed not only his career, but also how many people experience classical music for the first time. The moment that changed everything. In 1995, during a major football event, Andre performed a waltz in front of a massive audience. What happened next was unexpected. The atmosphere shifted instantly. Fans began swaying, clapping, and smiling together. A football stadium had transformed into something entirely different. That moment marked the beginning of his global rise. His recordings quickly gained popularity, reaching audiences far beyond traditional classical music listeners. Large-scale concerts followed, with thousands attending events that felt more like celebrations than performances. Despite criticism from traditionalists, Andre stayed focused on what mattered: connection. He proved that classical music could be both emotional and accessible, reaching people in ways that many thought impossible. Success, challenges, and personal meaning. As his career grew, Andre built not just a musical legacy, but an entire world around his performances. His concerts became grand productions, blending music with visual storytelling. Yet behind the success, he remained deeply connected to the emotional reasons that started his journey. His home, a restored castle in Maastricht, became a place of calm and reflection. It was not about luxury, it was about creating a space where he could reconnect with himself. Even his instruments held deep meaning, representing not success, but continuity and purpose. Through years of touring, challenges, and personal struggles, he never lost sight of why he started. His music remained a way to connect, to heal, and to share something genuine with others. Facing silence and uncertainty. Like many artists, Andre faced moments when everything paused. During global disruptions, performances stopped, and silence replaced the rhythm he had known for decades. It was a difficult adjustment, not because of the absence of applause, but because of the sudden stillness. Yet even in that quiet, he found a new perspective. Music, he realised, was not just about performing, it was about feeling. He continued to create, not for audiences, but for himself. These moments of reflection added depth to his work, making his performances even more meaningful when he returned to the stage. It was a reminder that even when everything slows down, passion does not disappear. It simply waits for the right moment to return. A legacy built on connection and resilience. At 76, Andre Rieu's story is not just about success, it's about resilience, passion, and the power of connection. He continues to perform, not out of obligation, but out of love for what music represents. His journey shows that true success is not measured by fame or wealth, but by the impact we have on others. Through his music, he has helped millions feel something real, joy, nostalgia, and sometimes even healing. His legacy is not just in the notes he plays, but in the emotions he creates. And perhaps that is why his story continues to inspire people around the world. It reminds us that even in silence, something meaningful can still be waiting to be heard.